a solo motorcycle tour of Nepal. Welcome to my travel blog. I started my solo motorcycle tour from Kolkata going to Murshidabad, Darjeeling and Sikkim, and then I went to Nepal. I was there for about 2 weeks. And on the second day's ride I am taking a road from Bardibas to Kathmandu, a Himalayan mountainous road. This is the 13th day of my solo tour. I started from somewhere close to Bardibas town, which is on the east-west highway, and as the name suggests, it starts in the east, the border with West Bengal, and ends in the west, the border with Uttarakhand. This was the road I took from the first day of my solo travel in Nepal until I reached a place just near to Bardibas, from where you have to take a right to take the Japan road to go to Kathmandu. And this road is unlike the first day's ride, which was mostly through straight roads, flat grounds. This road goes to the mountainous terrain, winding through mountain ridges, lots of ups and downs, and very beautiful places. This is about 200 kilometers from Bardibas to reach Kathmandu, and in my previous vlog I had given the first part of this ride, about 40 kilometers. That is until about Sindhuli. I will just give a link to that video over here. And this vlog is the second part of that journey, which I started from Bardibas to reach Kathmandu. I think that this road goes through one of the best scenic places in Nepal. So this is just about the outside of the main towns in the Sindhuli district. Initially it starts with a gradual climb, and as you go further, the beauty of the surrounding places and the scenery improves. The next part of the journey is a huge climb to reach the top of the mountain ridges. And on top of the mountain ridges is the Sindhuli Ghadi, the fort, the 17th century fort, which commemorates the battle between the Gorkha forces and the British Indian Army. I think I had said about this in detail in my last vlog. Anyway, this was the place where the Gorkha forces in the 17th century defeated the British Indian Army. I remember the climate on most parts during the day was absolutely fantastic. It was a clear day. It was not very hot because it was a climb. As you go to the mountains, as you climb the hill, the temperature goes down. It is unlike in the plains where it was very hot. And let me explain once again, this I had said in my previous video, this road is called the Bardibas Banepa Highway. It is also called as Japan Road, popularly colloquially, but the official name of this road I think is BP Highway, in memory of one of the famous leaders of Nepal, BP Koirala. And here it is, the beauty of Nepal. We have not yet reached the top of the hill. There is still some more to climb, and there is much more beautiful places going further. This is the overall landscape of the place I got from Google Maps. And this is the road we are taking. We are climbing up this hill, and from there on we have to go through several mountain ridges. So about 70% of this road goes through most beautiful, very scenic places in Nepal. I think I had said about the significance of this road, the importance of this road to Nepal, and also about how it was constructed and all that in my previous vlog. But anyway, this road was built with a grant from Japan, so they came and built this road for Nepal. The Japanese also introduced their technology to build this road, so that is the reason why the road is very smooth. It is maintained very well, it is kept very well. The road layer or the tarmac, I think it is not the traditional kind of tarmac that we are used to in India and even in other parts of Nepal. It is not the normal tar kind of layer. It is something quite different. That is what I think. That is what I experienced. It looks different. There are lots of places on this road for your selfies and photographs. It never really ends. It just goes on improving and improving. With each hairpin bend you go higher and higher, and you see more of the world, or at least more of Nepal. For me, I was truly enjoying this road, the day, the climate and all that. I really didn't get a chance to switch off the GoPro because of the beauty of the places. I think that a motorcycle ride is made enjoyable by these kind of roads, not during the straight line highways. That was the case with yesterday's ride when I started from the western border of Nepal and came up till Bardibas. It was one complete straight line. This road and the landscape reminds me of the ride I did from Darjeeling to Sikkim. That was another ride that I enjoyed during this solo motorcycle trip. I'm just going to give a link of that video vlog just about here. Now if you see far away in the distance, there is something constructed on the side of the hill. As I said, this road was built by the financial grant from Japan. And to celebrate that, they have built something called the Nepal-Japan Token of Love. I'm not sure what exactly is built there. I mean, I don't know if that thing, whatever is built on the hillside, is created for a purpose or it serves a purpose or something like that. I think it is built to go with the landscape and to preserve the natural environment of the surroundings. So while it slightly stands out from the rest of its surroundings, it doesn't feel too much artificial. Anyway, this place is a resting place for the drivers on this road. Many stop here to take a rest, take selfies and photographs, and so did I. There are only temporary sheds built here with shops giving refreshments, so nothing permanent. And it is here that I met a Nepali guy who was coming with an Italian bike, an imported bike that he was taking to Kathmandu. I think he got it delivered from some or the other ports in India, probably in West Bengal. He told me the name of the bike, but that was not a name that I had heard before. And this is the viewpoint from this place. It looks fantastic and beautiful. You can see over long distance on the horizon, especially on a clear day, and this was a very clear day. Okay, so this is my ride just over here, and on the left side you can just have a glimpse of that Italian bike. I had taken photographs of that bike, but I'm not sure where it went. I couldn't find those photos. That one was something quite different from the normal bikes you see on the roads, especially on Indian roads. It looked something like our KTM Duke thing, very lightweight, not much noise as mine, and it really goes fast. Well, I didn't stay at this place for very long. I just took off in 5 or 10 minutes because I wasn't tired. It was only coming up to noon, and I was feeling much more energetic after this ride. Just this ride up the hill gave me more energy, and the surrounding beauty was just motivating me to continue and go further. And I still had about 140 kilometers to go to reach Kathmandu. The Nepali guy that I had met, the one with the bike, told me that you can reach Kathmandu in under 5 hours. Well, I think that was the case with him, with his bike, with his speed. Well, not me. I didn't reach till nightfall. In fact, I reached Kathmandu and the place, the homestay I had booked in Kathmandu, I think at around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. So it was like about 10 hours later that I reached. I'm usually a slow rider, especially on such kind of beautiful places. I just want to see and enjoy the nature. And even on highways, I don't go very fast. So I took about 12 hours to reach Kathmandu and cover this 200 kilometers. Well, there could be people doing this in 5 hours, and my Nepali friend, I think, should be doing it considering the way he goes. And there he is now. Look at the way he goes and the bike. That guy just kind of vanished in front of my eyes. I am probably going like half his speed, maybe like 40 kilometers an hour, and even less. The other reason I took about 12 hours to cover 200 kilometers is that I stopped at several places, like 10 or 15 places I stopped to enjoy the beauty of this nature. Okay, so from here we are not climbing steep mountains anymore. We have reached almost kind of a plateau, although now we have to climb down a bit, then climb up, and it goes on like that for most of the distance till Kathmandu. Right, now this road has good beautiful surroundings, good road conditions, but one thing you have to be careful is that if you get a breakdown, you are on your own. The major towns are few and far in between. The one was Sindhuli, and after that you will get a small town after going, I think, about 40 kilometers. So before setting out on a ride on this road, just check your bike, check everything is in good condition, and also check the fuel because there are no petrol pumps. Okay, the other thing was near the Nepal-Japan token of love, just about, I think, about 2 kilometers from that place is the Sindhuli Ghadi or the Sindhuli Fort. I didn't know about the place while I was traveling on this road because I usually don't make much plans ahead. I'm usually like, start the bike and let's go and let's see what comes ahead. If there is anything interesting to see, I will stop there and visit the place. So the reason I didn't go to that place is that I probably didn't see any kind of signboards. But now I think it was a mistake. I think it is a place worthwhile to visit. Now we are in the process of climbing down the very mountain we had climbed up. We don't go very far down. We have to reach a ridge between the mountain ranges. And we are nearing that place. I think this place is called Kurkot or something like that. It is a very small town. And this is the place we are going to meet the Koshi River. I think I've said this before. You get liquor or alcohol in every nook and corner of Nepal. And this board, this signboard, Tuborg, you can see that board in most of the shops on the way. And this here is one of the tributaries going to the Koshi River. A few kilometers from here, I think just about 2 kilometers from here, we are going to meet the Koshi River. This river goes through the mountain ridges, and from here, most part of our journey is on one side of the Koshi River. This was the river that I crossed while I was on the East-West Highway on the first day of my ride through Nepal. And when I crossed it, at that point, it was about 1 kilometer broad. The width of that river was 1 kilometer at that place. Well, at this place it isn't as mighty as that one. You can see it on the distance and you can see it much more closely from just about here. So this river is going to be with us for most parts of our ride for some kilometers to come. I think about 50 kilometers. This river is on one side of the road. This river flows to India. I think it enters Bihar. And it merges with the Ganges River in Bihar. And just about here is another very good viewpoint. It is a merger of two rivers, like two tributaries come together to merge at this place and become the one Koshi River. One of them is the Sunkoshi River and the other is the Tama Koshi River. I think I've spelled the names correctly. If not, please correct me. Both these comes from different directions and merge together at this place to become the Koshi River. And from here, most of the rest of the way is like ups and downs. We are going through two mountain ridges with the river on one side. And we climb up the ridges and then go down and then go up and then go down. These places have very good climate. It was not very hot, it was not very cold. And the other thing is it is not very populated. You will get very small towns, few and far between. At this point, I think we have covered like about half the distance from Bardibas to Kathmandu, like about 100 kilometers. And the places were so beautiful that I didn't get much chance to switch off the GoPro during most of my ride. I even took several photos stopping in many places on the side of the road, but I'm not putting all those things here because I think it is going to be too boring, even if they are very beautiful. Well, this video is already about 15 minutes long, so I'm just going to end it just about here. I'm going to put the rest of this ride in a separate vlog. If you like this one, just share it with your friends and also subscribe to my channel. And the link to the next video is just about here.